Alrighty. Hello, everyone, and welcome. Hope you all have been enjoying yourselves, living your life, feeling free, open, new, and yeah. Spend some time. We're just gonna dive right in as usual. I am feeling drawn to these two decks. Let's go ahead and pull it out. I'm just gonna let that fall. So I wanted to thank you all for your patience. Greatly, greatly appreciate it. Do you feel rushed? Is that what's going on? You feel rushed in life? I'm not sitting on a chair. It's also hard for me to shuffle in sight, but I just keep feeling rushed. Just gonna take the top one here. Your reality is as big as you can dream. Sometimes when you rush yourself, you give yourself limited options. You give yourself limited opportunities. It causes you to possibly settle. You're not able to think in a way that is calm, cool, and collected in a sense. Like almost as cool as this blue one here. If your reality is as big as you can dream, give yourself more time. And it sounds very crazy, but it's a sense of there's always something else you can do if you feel like you have to rush something and you know it's not something that you want to go away very quickly. If you know it's something that you want to be very rooted, standing in a stable notion through all the changes of life. You don't want it to be rushed. You don't want it to be half done. You don't want to feel half blessed, is what I'm feeling. It's like you want the full thing, but the full thing can't be rushed. It has to take its time, take a moment, if need be. And if you feel like you're rushing something, maybe it's due to a possible neglect of something else, a denial of something else. Strategy is the path to success. Like I said, it, I reference it so much, but it's so hilarious. I always think of that picture of the dog chasing the bird off the cliff, right? It's rushing so quickly to come after something, to go after something, that it's not fully assessing the situation, right? You're going after a goal, you're going after a mission. It's almost like, yeah, I mean, a mission. You're going after a mission, a goal. And it's funny because it's 155. You're going after a mission, a goal to make a change, make a shift. And you you want it a lot. You're very eager for it. And you feel like you should have had it by now. You should have had it in your grasp in your hands by now, but it's not present. It's almost like, what is the hold up? What is the wait? Is it something I'm doing? Is it something I'm saying? Is it something I'm not saying? And when you're rushing all those thoughts, you can't even answer those questions properly or answer them at all. And it's almost like somebody's like, well, which one do you want me to answer first? And it's a sense of which one do you want to handle first? Which one do you want to take care of first? There's a ringing in my ear, Ashe. Which one do you want to handle first? Take care of first. And where your reality is as big as you can dream, don't limit yourself to small ideal opportunities, to just taking things just to take things, staying in places just to stay in places because of what it looks like. It's a sense of recognizing that I need to make an actual plan. I can't just, it's almost like you want to make a decision, you want to make a choice, you want to choose an option before you've even planned what you're going to do after you make that option. You don't even know where you stand at this moment in time to make those options. So, strategy is the true path to success. Then I just need a bigger strategy. I need a bigger plan. I need a bigger mindset, a new openness, a new shift in reality. And it's hilarious. It says, so afraid of what the future may be, you didn't act. Like I said, you are rushing so much that you are just accepting things, allowing things to just be, or you're making choices that shouldn't be made quite yet. You're trying to rush. If I can just get this answer really quickly, I know what to do. I know what to say. I know how to act. If I just do this, and it's like you're waiting on something else to allow you to move, to allow you to act, to allow you to think and be. I'm getting picking up a lot of air energy. Look at that coming out, picking up a lot of air energy, a lot of Gemini and Aquarian energy, a lot of detachment, a lot of vocalization, rooted in a little bit more logic. Some people feel like delusions can only be for like romance or good things. Like, wow, you really far out there with that. Like, you really delusional. It can only be for those things where somebody is so deep in love, so deep enamored, or they're delusional about their job, whatever it is. But you can be delusional about your circumstances and pain and fear, right? I recently heard that sometimes your own paranoia of not wanting to share, not wanting to be, can stop your blessings as well. And it's like you're living in this delusion of it's always gonna be this way. It's always gonna be set up this way. It's like you are creating that vision in your head. You're becoming so delusional to the sense that nothing is ever going to change. There are no ebbs and flows of life. There are no ups and downs. It's just one way, and this is the way that I'll always be. There's no sense in change. And it's so funny that the numbers that you got are 1, 5, 5, and 8, because all those are symbols of change, infinite possibilities, infinite realities. It's a way of thinking in ways that haven't been done before. And I love to say there's nothing new under the sun but how it's done, right? And even if we're thinking on terms of like food, right? Me being vegan, I always say anything you can do, I can make vegan, right? I don't limit myself to because I don't eat that anymore. I can't have macaroni and cheese. I can't have salmon cakes. I can't have these certain things because I don't eat that anymore. And I allowed myself to expand in the reality of my own creation, right? So it's even in the sense of something as simple as that, as being like, oh, I don't, if I can't have that, maybe I gotta go on a low sodium diet. Okay, now I need to switch that up. Because I know that this requires this, but I need to switch it up. And that's just speaking about food. If we're thinking about things that small, right? The minor details of life, the small things that still make up your life because what you eat, you consume, it helps your digestive system, it helps your body, all that stuff. It creates the bigger necessary pieces of your life. So with this coming in, your reality is as big as you can dream. Strategy is the path to success. They're not saying just because you're making a plan, you have to confine yourself. Just because you are strategizing, you are thinking ahead, making these steps, making these choices, it doesn't mean that you need to be confined, because sometimes that can lead to that fear of not taking those leaps, taking those chances, taking those risks that you know you need and want to take and that you should be taking. So when you become so afraid to act, you didn't act. It's don't be so afraid of the unknown. There are lots of things in your life that are very stable, very known. You know exactly if you do this, this is going to happen, and they want you to recognize, how do I put this, spirit? There's never been a person like you. There's only one of one, right? No, there's only one of one, right? And with that coming in, if there's only one of me, the more that I lean into me, the more that I lean into what I want to do, how I want things to be set up, how I want things to be felt, fear cannot attach itself to me, right? Because this has not been done. This is so unknown that even fear can't enter this realm or space. It doesn't even know what to do with itself. And that is where you twist that delusion. That is where you twist your fate. That is where you twist your mindset, flip it on its head, turn it sideways, to recognize that I can't be afraid of my future when I'm always constantly going towards my future until I'm dead. You're always going to be going towards the future until you die. Whether you sit in a chair and you never move, you're still processing and going towards the future. Time is still going on. Things are still shifting and changing and moving in your body. Whether you do the same thing every day, every single day, you're still going into the future. You're still moving and processing. You're still growing, right? Until you are dead. And even then, your body's going to be decomposing. But it's a sense of recognizing you are always moving into the future. So why be afraid of what I'm constantly doing? And what I'm always doing, I'm always moving into the future. I can't go into the past. Even if I'm looking at pictures or videos or text or journals, I can't go back into that moment. I share, boy. Yes, Sarati. Um, yes, we have good luck is only one step ahead. Warren, or Warren, sorry. Um, and it's so powerful because, like I was saying, you're. I'm sorry, that caught me up. It caught me off guard. And you are one step ahead. It is just you are constantly moving into the future, constantly. And the fact that you have three positive aspects, right, and one negative and one shadow aspect is the sense that the only thing holding you back from being able to properly live in this way of going forward, of moving, is you. Leave, what do they say? Leave no stone unturned. Pick up everything, learn everything. It's like the magic school bus. There is no dumb questions right now. There are no dumb questions right now. There is a chance to just, especially in this Piscean energy, this Venus in retrograde energy, it is time to look at the relationship with self, relationship with finances, relationship with how you receive and give love. This is that true time for your passions to truly look at, what am I doing to make myself stable, that I love my life, I enjoy my life, I'm very happy, I'm not afraid to move. And if I am afraid, I have the courage enough to know that good luck is only one step ahead of me. Because the more that I constantly move into that process of making those plans, of making those changes, of making those shifts consciously, it is what is working in reality for me. Ashe, Ashe. And it's so 21331. Ashe. We have no harm can hurt those who live in peace with themselves, right? And when you, what it can just say, don't, you ain't, you have to get me out my element. It's like people can't get you out of your element as easy. You know, those sly, slick comments that, you know, used to try to get to you, those shit, even those traffic jams on the way to work are not getting to you as much as anymore. You're like, man, that means I actually get to listen to that new album I've been trying to get to. Man, okay, let me go ahead and put that on. That means I can take more time before I gotta deal and give my energy to other people before I get into this job. I can chill myself a little bit longer. Shit, I can make a phone call if I need to, because I know it's jam packed, bumper, whatever it is. It's like you're finding those small moments, like I said, that build up to how you act and move in everyday life. And being able to truly take that in and that focus, especially since you guys are on a mission. I don't know, they keep wanting me to say that you're on a mission. You're on a mission. Mm. Let's go ahead and put out some moon cards. This card did flip up. I did want to pick it really quick. It says those who deny reality will always live a distrustful life. Like I said, there's a sense of delusion that can lead to paranoia, that can lead to fear, that can lead to worry, right? If you are denying reality and not truly living in the expansion of how reality is, how big and fast it is. I used to have a friend that would be like, sometimes you just gotta go outside, look up at the sky, and recognize how small you are. It used to crack me over like, what the fuck? But it makes so much sense, and not in a sense of shrinking yourself, but recognizing how much greater and bigger and grander things are in life, and that you can tap into that at any moment and at any time. Right? And it's just a sense of being like, yeah, just sometimes you have to step outside, look up at the sky, and be like, wow, that is so crazy how this, I can't even see the beginning or end of this, but I know it's there. I can't see the beginning or end of this, but I know that it's there, I know that it's present. And that is just so powerful because you make up so much in your own life. Ooh, I say, you make up so much in your own life. And when you are at peace with yourself, it allows you to not feel rushed, not feel afraid, not have this worry about what is or isn't going to happen. It's like when you're dancing and you're like, okay, ooh, almost fell, but you catch yourself. It's like I'm getting more comfortable with my body. We have waxing moon. It's time to banish all evil. Put that over here. It's honestly, it's the way of thinking that you have right now. And it's so funny because I also pull up the affirmations deck. I was drawn to this deck, my Africans deck, and my affirmations deck. And it's like the way that you think you are so much grander. With this waning moon, and it's time to get rid of those things that don't serve you, whether it's the thinking, whether it's the habits, whether it's the routines, whether it's the job, whether it's the friends, whether it's the lover, whether it's the mindset, whether it's the clothes, whether it's the food that you're eating. It's time to get rid of something that is making you feel like the choices, the actions that you make, that you can and should make, are not worthy enough, are not smart or wise enough. They have to be made now. They can't be made with intention, love, and thought. And if you can even see, it's like the smoke is almost coming out of her mouth, going over. Everything is within you. Like I said, it's this air energy, this Aquarian shit, even the Libra energy with the Venus coming out so much, this air energy of aerating yourself like a wine. Aerating yourself like a really good wine. Tapping into that waxing moon energy. So what Spirit has you for affirmation. I typically, as y'all know, I usually start or end with an affirmation. So this is letting me know that they really want you to switch things up. They want you to think outside of your own box. You know? Think outside of your own mindset, how things work and operate. Because now you're limiting yourself, your own capabilities, your own gifts. Knowledge is everywhere. If you feel like you don't know something, go figure it out. Feel like you don't know something, go figure it out. But don't question in sense of self. Yes, creating roots. Like I said, you want something that is long standing. That was a rush job. Okay? And we don't want that for you. We don't want that for your life. When you're on a path, when you're on a goal, when you're doing something, when you're creating and cultivating something, you want it to be rooted. You want that motherfucker to be deep in the ground. It says, like tree roots snaking into the earth, I will create a solid foundation before reaching for the moon and stars. Like swaying branches in the wind, I can move, bend, and even break. But challenging times will never cause me to fall. That shit. Like I said, when you are at peace with yourself, no harm can hurt you. I was saying, like, there's nothing to be afraid of that isn't gonna kill me, right? That isn't gonna whoop my ass. You know? It's almost like a kid falling and scraping his knee. You cry for a little bit, and then you get back up, and now you got a whole wound that you're picking at. You were a picker, you just showing up. I don't know. Kids were weird with wounds. We were weird. Anyways, but rooting yourself. And we are currently in the year of the snake as well, shedding skin. And I say it all the time. Not all the time, but when I talk about snakes, I like to mention that they shed everything, including their eyes. They shed everything on their body. Everything. It's a husk of them old selves. Literally down to what they see or don't see, because even though snakes aren't blind, if I remember correctly, but their eyes, you're seeing in a new light, you're seeing in a new way. It is so, I wish I could show you guys the incense, the crown chakra incense that I lit has not fallen at all. And it is now like leaning against the wall, still burning. You are so spiritually connected. That's why I'm saying there's also no dumb questions right now. There's no dumb ideas right now. Throw it to the wall, see what sticks like spaghetti. Okay? There's nothing dumb right now. You're in the full mode. Be a child. You know? Make mistakes, take chances, make mistakes, get messy, all the good jazz. Because that is what is going to help you to recognize, like, so much shit is happening in the world right now, in my life right now. And I don't want to be so far behind myself that I don't even recognize it. I need to get rooted in my own reality. And stop being delusional that I can't have this, that I'm not worthy of this, that this isn't going to work out if I don't make a decision right now, that if I don't get a yes from this place, that if I don't get that promotion, work seems to be coming up quite a bit. So you could be dealing, because even with the traffic jam, it's talking about work. So work, you could be dealing with something with work, feeling like you're not getting the opportunities that you need and deserve to truly advance your career. And this doesn't have to be, you know, a 9 to 5. It could be, you know, your own business, your own mindset, feeling like you're not getting enough visual sights to you. You're not being seen enough, being out there enough. You're not being taken seriously enough. And that's why they want you to recognize, like, hey, if I'm doing this for me, I gotta do this for me. Maybe you guys put this right. We need that spirit. It's too big. They go into spirit. Ooh, child. Oh. Things are changing and evolving for your good and betterment. 5, 5, 5. That is hilarious. I receive and accept all blessings align with me. Yes, I know I spelled that wrong, but here we are. I want to put this right here, right on top of that. Because I feel like I feel like you are holding yourself back from being able to truly receive. I feel like you got so many downloads coming to you. So many. So many downloads. And I feel like you recognize that and they don't want you to be afraid because sometimes when you're feeling this change, when you're feeling this shift, when you're putting down new roots, it's those growing pains. And when you're like going through puberty, it's like my bones hurt. I can feel my bones growing. It's almost like that. And it's like you can't stunt your own growth, right? So become at peace with what is happening for you. So that way you can receive and accept all blessings, especially with this Venus energy aligned with you. You're not rushing, you're not just gonna take something in. You're not just wanting it because somebody else got it. It's gonna be something that is catered to you. Now my soul is at peace and my environment is a reflection of that. You're getting rid of all this. You're recognizing that I am lucky, I'm grand. We are in the year of the Sag, the Jupiter energy, the luck energy. My soul is at peace and my environment is a reflection of that because I'm banishing what is not for me. I'm not looking at reality through a rose-colored lens, through false perception of self. I'm recognizing that I'm going to take this strategy and I'm going to use it. I'm going to keep doing it. And the closer that I get, I'm not going to be met with fear. I'm going to be met with strength, with courage, with understanding. Because my soul is at peace and I'm reflecting that in my environment and everything. It won't take me on my element. And we have be watchful of Pinocchios. People that just are so ready to. He was so eager to be a real boy, do a real boss, do that he didn't build any morals. He didn't build any true relationships. He didn't really get to know himself and what that truly meant to be a real boy. But also being watchful of Pinocchios is just being watchful of people that just not so much go with the flow, but go with the status quo and try to put you in that mindset, put you in that box of doing the same thing. They're okay with being a puppet without any strings. They don't really want to become real. They don't want to be authentic. You know, it's always met with, well, I don't know about that. But it's not met with any advice afterwards. I don't know about that, but if you try this, if you try this, it's like, I don't know about that because that didn't work for this person. And you know you, and it's like, what the hell does that mean? You know? Or just be watching Pinocchio's that way. It's just like they go so willingly with peer pressure. They go so willingly with the herd, the sheep mentality. They go so real willingly with the crowd mentality. And it's that recognition. And that's our spirit says, don't take anything personal. Let it go and breathe. It's because this person, they're not even recognizing themselves. They're not even going after it with themselves. Just really feel and be knowledgeable. Yeah, we have educated beyond your intelligence. Tell them to make a proper plan. They speak so much without thinking. And spirit doesn't want that to happen with you. That's why it's almost like crossing over. Like it's crossed and going up here. It's like a leap. We all know I'm very intentional. Don't take anything personal. Let it go and breathe because what they're saying is just regurgitated information. It's like a child hearing something and they keep saying like, where did you hear that from? They're a puppet just without any strings. They're okay with being controlled. They're okay with being stiff. They're okay with never growing. They're okay with, well, this isn't me. This is how it always going to be. This is, they don't, spirit does not want you to have that. You don't want that for yourself. And the fact that you don't want that for yourself is sometimes where fear tries to creep in and come into the unknown with you. And you got to get rid of that. That darkness is for you and the moon alone to awaken your own power. You're awakening your own strength. Right? So don't just take in information. Right? Do the work to understand, okay, why does 2 plus 2? Oh, because I get it. I don't just have the information to regurgitate it. I know why. I know why I'm saying yes to this and no to this. I know why I'm doing this and not doing this. I know what is good for me and it's not. I had a ringing in my ears. Ringing ears, life from the right, death to the left. And I heard a ringing in my right ear. There is a new life for you, a new opening for you. My dreams provide me with answers. Allow true freedom of the mind right up top. You have to change your mind, your way. You are getting the answers. There are no stupid questions. There are cautious actions that can still be made with some risk. Right? It's like a child jumping off the couch. You learn, like, if I jump off the couch, it's gonna hurt. But if I add a pillow and still jump off the couch, I can still have fucking fun and jump off the couch. It's that mindset of being like, it's like just changing something small can make that big shift. Right? I go with the flow while staying rooted within. I go with the flow while staying rooted within. You allow yourself to feel all the elements of the earth and recognize that you are one with it and move in that way and act in that way and process your mindset and your thoughts in that way. We have promotion is coming your way, not close to being done, more work to do. That's why it says luck, good luck is only one step ahead. Because there is more work to do and a strategy is needed. So it's coming. And they don't want you to second guess this. We have in October and in June. Yeah, in October and June. I'm putting this over here. I didn't feel it over here. I felt it over here with this. So it could be, this is June is Gemini season, which I said I feel very strongly, and October is Libra season, which I feel is this earth energy, this detachment energy, this releasing energy. But also June is Cancer energy, and October is also Scorpio energy. The death is something to nurture it. So you could be ending a relationship, you can find out some information, you can recognize something, you can recognize it before then, but it's something around these times where it's really going to be prominent. I mean, and it's also going to be a revelation if that's why you decided to do that. It's going to be like, that makes sense. It's coming together now. It is coming together now. Yeah, somebody, yeah, they're not the best. They're not the best. Yeah, you're treating your animals or children like shit because you lack control or self-worth. Yeah, this person, they're okay with being a puppet with no strings. They're okay with, well, it was one of those people that I was whooped and I'm fine. You're not fine. You're not fine, babe. You're far from fine. You are not okay. You are not all right. Yeah, you're gonna recognize that. And that's why I feel like that's mainly why it wasn't even close to them being near your energy. It was like it was trying to hop over, but it was like cut off. We got work to do. I got things I gotta do. And I cannot have you stopping me. Right? You are on a mission. I feel like you're really on enough. That's why they don't want you to rush it. Nothing was built overnight, including Rome. Right? It reminds me of Pimp My Ride. I know it's hilarious that it's coming up. It reminds me of Pimp My Ride. I found out recently, I was watching those little, what really happened? And they actually kept their car for months, right? and they have to get their own rental car and all that stuff and da 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 and figure it out. It didn't get done in like a week or so. Obviously, if you don't work cars, I'm saying obviously. I'm saying obviously after I got that information, so that's rude of me. But it's like that type of energy with this Pinocchio. It's like they put on this facade of, oh, this is how it's good, this is how it works if you do this and this. But the way, once you get down to the behind the scenes, right? Even in Pinocchio, you got down to behind the scenes, that boy was in a cage. Kidnapped. Papa with no strings and he's locked up. No real freedom. It's like falsified freedom, falsified hope, falsified real. It's like they're not authentically themselves and they don't know how to be. And that can scare some people, honestly. That can truly scare some people. We're gonna get actually another affirmation for you guys, and then we'll close it out. But yeah, they really want you to. This is the year of the snake is really the year of just shitting. You can change your mind at any time. At any time. I've done some stupid things in my past, and I'm just saying, you know what? I don't want to do that anymore. I've said some things, I've thought some things, I felt so strongly about so much stuff. And as I've grown and learned and experienced and all these things, it's like, that was probably not the best idea. Maybe I shouldn't have did that. Maybe I shouldn't have begged. What am I begging for? Maybe I shouldn't have cried over that. Maybe I shouldn't have, said those things and argued. Maybe I shouldn't have, it's just, you take that in, but it's that realization of that's how you break out of the mode. One final message for this collective spirit. What the fuck? That's hilarious. Okay, we got soulmates. We have soulmates do not simply exist. They are created through hard work, determination, and love. I find great comfort in this. I am not a statistic, but a garden that blooms and grows with another. I allow the universe to open my heart to this exciting future. And it also is really cool because with that Gemini energy, that partnership, air energy, coming together, collaboration, very powerful. So creating roots, creating, especially if you're getting rid of something, banishing that, it could be people you are creating something that is really attached with you. So I love that for you. But that has been your reading. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, all the good stuff, all the good jazz, beautifulness. And until next time, my darlings, until next time.